Audio Jungle.
My name is Odumeyiwa. I think today the force populations officer of the Nigerian Police Force, and I'm here in Benin City, a part of this electoral process. Edo State gubernatorial elections 2024. Gentlemen of the press, we want to welcome you once again. The IGP direct security measures, movement restrictions for Edo off-cycle election. The Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, IGP Edo Guber, PhD, NPN, has announced comprehensive security measures to ensure a peaceful, transparent, and credible electoral process during the upcoming Edo off-cycle election scheduled for Saturday, September 21, 2024. In preparation for the election, the Inspector General of Police has ordered the restriction of all vehicular movement on roads, waterways, and other forms of transportation from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on election day. That is tomorrow, Saturday, 25 September 2024. Exceptions will be given for essential services, including accredited media, electoral officials, ambulances, and emergency responders. To maintain the integrity of the electoral process, the IGP has implemented a ban on all security aids and escorts, accompanying VIPs to polling booths and collation centers. Unauthorized security personnel and quasi-security outfits are prohibited from operating during the election, and the use of siren by unauthorized vehicles is strictly forbidden to ensure a calm environment for voters and, of course, to have a seamless electoral process. Furthermore, the Inspector General of Police has mandated that special attention be afforded to individuals with disabilities, pregnant women, nursing mothers, the aged, and those with mobility challenges, ensuring that polling stations in both urban and rural settings are accessible to all of them. The Inspector General of Police, through the Deputy Inspector General of Police for Edo gubernatorial election, DIG Frank Indika Mbenenai, has appealed to citizens to refrain from making prank calls to control rooms and designated help numbers, highlighting that text messages are more effective for operational purposes. The designated election lines for inquiries and reporting are 070 25 000 383. I take it again. 070 25 000 383 and 090 85 00 0029. I take that one again. 090 85 000029. While the general control room numbers are 080 77 773 721, 080 77 773 721, and 080 37 64 6272. Let me say this, that the DIG election number is the first one I wrote out. DIG Frank operational number for this election is 070 25 000 383. DIG's number, that is DIG election for Edo gubernatorial election 2024. In case you want to reach out to him personally, or you want to drop a message for him, 070 383. Then the AIG election, that is AIG Bennett Igwe Emena. His own number for this electoral process is 09085000029. Then the other ones are for the control rooms, and all of us can make use of these headlines when the needs arise. Citizens are encouraged to report any suspicious activities or incidents that may jeopardize the integrity of the electoral process or cause disorderliness in any part of the state. The Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria underscores the necessity of adhering to these directives to avert any undue interference and intimidation during the election. Political parties, candidates, and their supporters are urged to conduct themselves responsibly and in compliance with electoral laws, as any violations or attempts to disrupt the electoral process will be met with the full extent of the law. The Inspector General of Police reaffirms the dedication of the Nigerian Police Force to promoting a safe and democratic environment. Through collaborative efforts, we can guarantee that the forthcoming election in Edo State, specifically, and in the future in this country, are held fairly and peacefully. Thank you, and God bless you. It is well with us in Edo, it is well with us in Nigeria. The threat analysis avails us certain privileges and intelligence to know where are flashpoints and where we should be able to have proper deployment. So we have done our deployment based on the threat analysis we're carrying out. Where we know that we may likely have challenges, we have done heavy deployment there. And generally in Edo State, we have heavy deployment for this electoral process. Generally we have that, and it's important for you to know that if you have an exercise of this nature, it's not only the police that will be in charge of security management. The police has deployed an appreciable number of personnel. The IDP gave the number to be 35,000, but I know for those who have come for oversight functions, who have come for supervision, who have come for certain things, by the time we have these numbers together, I'm sure it's going to be more than 35,000. Coupled with those that will be given to us from other security agencies, give and take, we're expecting almost 8,000 personnel from other security agencies. So with what we have every deployment in Edo State generally to carry out electoral duties, and of course to still do our primary assignment. Don't forget, you can't leave our primary assignments undone while we are policing this election. Police has a lot to do, so we are still trying to go after those armed robbers. We are going to make sure we checkmate the existence of pickpocketers, hoodlums, and highway robbers and those kidnappers. So we can't leave our job undone. So the tasks are enormous for us, but we are up to the task. So we want people to see that deployment is to police this electoral process and to police the good people of Edo State, not to harass or to intimidate anybody. In fact, our president will give you that courage to come out and exercise your franchise as a Nigerian, as a voter, and of course, eligible voter for that matter. So we want to assure the people of Edo State that we're here for you, and we're here to protect you and protect the electoral process.
I have more questions. It's based on your security personnel. We have seen the previous election where police personnel attached to polling unit, they are without arms. And we are in Niger Delta, especially in Edo, in the collation centers. Those adult staff leaving that place tomorrow. What will the police do in that regard? We have made arrangements to police
every movement. Policing, this one we have, part of the men we have for this exercise, they are for VIP movement, they are for escorts and guard. Don't forget we have foreign observers, we have to protect them. We have accredited domestic observers, we have to protect them. Civil society organizations that are accredited, they are going to move. We have taken note of this and we have provided adequate security for their movement. For collation centers, don't forget, the arrangement is to fortify that place. We are using PMM men, TTU men, and some operatives from NSCDC to fortify these critical features and buildings. And for the men at the polling units, the law says they should not be harmed. But what we have done is to make sure we have motorized patrol with men that are armed to the teeth. They are fully armed. We're going to use them to give support, to give buffer or support to the men that are posted to polling units, knowing fully well that they are not going to be harmed, but they need to be protected. So we are sure with the arrangement we have on ground, we are optimistic that we're going to have a seamless process tomorrow during the election in Edo State. So no cause for alarm.
So last one, please. I know you have been doing a very great job. Well, I just have a little bit of a flip side. Yes, yesterday it was being mentioned on the surface. What happens to some police officers that might want to turn corner tomorrow? In the sense that they might want to, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What happens to them?
We are not going to police the policemen alone, we're policing all those that are going to be involved in this electoral process, even civilians. We have special squads that are going to carry out undercover operations to monitor our men, to monitor individuals that are involved in this election. Don't forget, like I said earlier on, we have so many things we need to take charge of and to look after. The vote ban is there. Harassment during the electoral process is there. We need to take charge. Gross violation of the Electoral Act, provisions of the Electoral Act, we need to take charge of this. So we have a lot to do, and we are mindful of this. We have actually divided the personnel we have into various sections. There are some sections that are in charge of police the police and police security operatives, monitor the monitors. So they are out already, they are here. I've seen the commander, they are not really known. The commander is around already. I met him yesterday, I met him today, and I met the movement too. I've seen them in their movements on decoy, even within the town now. So that operation is on. And for us to handle the case of fake police and security personnel, they have commenced sharing tags to our men. And we have a particular dress code. Don't just say that we don't want to review our dress code. We know our dress code. They're going to see us common, but there are certain features we won't know because it's not police, it's not the same thing as police. So we have devised that, and we know how to know whether you're fake or not. But every policeman deployed or detailed to carry out part of this exercise is to be identified, is to be known. We don't have any unknown police. All our police personnel are known and identified. So we have called on our people in those states, stakeholders, to always get across to us when they notice any infractions or any unprofessional misconduct or unprofessional conduct of our men. So any form of misconduct will be reported to us, and we hope we're going to enjoy this from members of the public. The IGP has made it clear that we are going to be neutral, we are going to be professional, we are going to be impartial. So people should not just continue to paint the police black. We don't have much influence on the outcome of any election, and that is the truth. With the innovations the INEC has put in place, I think many things are done electronically. So it's not that era that police, the DPO will be the only one alpha and omega. You can easily vote and monitor your vote. So people just still want to live in the past by painting the police black. No. With what we have on ground now, don't just exaggerate the influence of the police on the electoral process. We are part of the electoral process. The Electoral Act has given us many assignments to carry out, and want to assure Nigerians and the whole world that we are going to carry out our mandate, our responsibilities as enshrined in the Electoral Act 2022 as amended with excellence and professionalism. So please, we are on you in Edo State. Let us work together, let's be on the same page so that we can have a free, fair, credible, and even acceptable election in Edo State.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Audio Jungle.